Hello everyone, this is Box the Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I'm wearing the dress with the pleats on the front. It's finally ready. I showed you how to make a pattern for this dress, how to cut and take it. It took me pretty long to make this dress. I had to stop working on it for some time. I hate it when it happens. It's really hard to get back to working on a garment after a pause. When I got back to working with the dress, I didn't remember what I had done with it. How wide were the seam extensions? How much I've added for the overcast? You look at it, not knowing what to do. This is what happens to me. I remind you that I've forgotten to add some extension to the bottom when cutting the back. This is why I had to make the dress a bit shorter. I think that it's not long enough now. I would love it to be about 3 centimeters longer. Well, I like it anyway. The most important thing is that now you know how to make such amazing pleats. These pleats were just folded without being stitched. The ones closer to the center front were stitched to the main front detail. When I take the dress off, I'll show you how it was done. The waistline was doubled with a grosgrain ribbon. It was done for it to be stronger. There is a zipper inserted in the side seam. There was no other thing for us to do but to insert a zipper. Due to the fact that we've doubled the waistline with a grosgrain ribbon, it doesn't stretch. The most important thing is that now you know how to make such beautiful pleats. They remind me of the origami style. I showed you how to make a pattern for these pleats very thoroughly. You can make the pleats in any details you want: skirts, bodice, sleeves. I've already showed you how to make different types of pleats and draping. I like the dress. I don't like the fact that it's not long enough, but it's okay. Now you know what happens when you take a break from sewing a garment. I've put the matching accessories on. I'm also wearing my favorite pair of the matching shoes. Have a look at the back. I remind you that it's pretty simple. This is my favorite type of the sleeves. I hate long sleeves. I don't wear them. Have a look at the V-neck. Next, I want to put this dress on the table to show you the wrong side of it. Have a look at me once again. I've taken the dress off and put it on the table. This is how the front looks like from the wrong side. Let's have a look at the waistline. There is a grosgrain ribbon attached here. Have a look at the way it was stitched. Here on the center front and on the side seams. What about the back? It's stitched to the center back. The grosgrain ribbon makes the waistline large stronger. Due to this fact, the dress fits you perfectly. There's one more thing I want to tell you. Let's have a look here. Notice that the seam on the waistline was pressed open. There are pleats both in the upper and the lower details, so there was no other way for pressing the seam. It should be thin and soft. Be very accurate when working with it. These are the two pleats. Here they are. This is the facing for the front neckline. Its lower edge was attached to the main fabric by hands. The facing was doubled with the interfacing material. It's pretty wide. Notice that the only detail which was lined was the front detail of the skirt. There is no lining in the upper detail of the front and in the back. The lining was attached to the lower part of the front for us to be able to attach the pleats to it. The grosgrain ribbon was attached to the waistline. If we didn't insert the zipper here, I would not have been able to put the dress on. When the dress is zipped, it fits the body perfectly. I'm glad that I have an opportunity to share such interesting details with you. Most of the techniques we show you won't find in the books or magazines. We create them ourselves. Let's have a close look at some of the details. Have a look at the way the girls edged the zipper with the lining. Let's have a look at the pleats next. These are the first pleats, and these are the second ones. Notice that these ones are not stitched anyhow. They look good enough this way. Let's have a look at the first ones. I wanted to make 3 bar tacks here. The pleats were actually stitched to the lining. It's up to you whether to stitch these pleats or not, how many bar tacks to make, and so on. This is the detail which I'm talking about. Is the one which was stitched to the lining. Let's have a look at the way the girls stitched the pleats. I'll turn the dress wrong side out. They didn't make the bar tacks. They stitched the whole edge this way. Due to this fact, the pleats will always look beautiful. As I've already said, the lower part of the front is the only line detail. I've already told you about the grosgrain ribbon. Have a look here. The dress was ironed perfectly. I crumpled it when I tried it on. Have a close look here. I wanted the lining to cover the seam. This is why it was made longer than needed. It wouldn't have looked beautiful if the girls made the lining shorter. It looks absolutely perfect. The seam is hidden under the lining. There are so many interesting details in this dress. I like it when I have an opportunity to show you not only the making of a garment, but also its review when it's ready. This is one of them. I showed you how to make a pattern for this dress, how to cut and take it. I showed you a lot of interesting details and techniques. I love the design. I hope that you do too. Remember that practice makes perfect. We can sew and wear anything we want. This is very important. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Irina. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share the videos, press the like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.